Hello there. Hold on, I think it the, the game audio. Hold on, let me double check. Yep, it's done that same thing again. Give me a second. I'm just gonna relaunch the game. I don't know why it seems to always do that for this game. Let's see, is it gonna be cool? It sounds like it. Okay, let's roll. If there's something wrong, just let me know. I'm gonna go straight back to the construction site. I'm hoping to finish this game this week. I've actually had a lot of fun with it. If you're wondering where I was last week, I got super sick. And basically I just had like this horrible fever where I couldn't focus on anything. So I ended up having to take like a full week off from streaming, which is pretty frustrating being you know, it was like my 5th week. Now I'm on week 6 and I was really getting into like the method of streaming, and then I just got really unwell. And it's not like I did anything specific. I literally just... I'm gonna pick up the sickle. Oh, there we go. Yeah, getting the commands game. Oh, sick! I can wall. I forget that I can wall run every single stream. Let me do that again. This game is just joy because it's everything to do with Jackie Chan. I was actually watching... Sorry if I like cough, I'm still recovering. I was watching Jackie Chan take his Golden Globe Oscar? One of them two. His like a celebration speech, and he was introduced by Chris Tucker because like they're really good friends from Rush Hour. And his speech is like really good. So Chris Tucker does like the full intro for him. He's like, oh hey, here's Jackie, here's his life, and like all that sort of stuff. So when Jackie comes up, he's wearing like traditional like Chinese formal wear, I guess is what you'd call it. And so he's up there, he's kind of saying, oh yeah, thank you to China, you know, my city, Hong Kong, my hood. And it's just like that classic kind of humor of Jackie Chan, where it's kind of like it's cheeky in like a childish way. And it's just really nice to like hear from Jackie, and you know, he's such a nice guy for the amount of violence he inflicts on extras. But yeah, he's just like one of those really nice people in Hollywood that's not like secretly a creep. It's just nice watching videos and clips of interviews and him talking about like Bruce Lee and all that sort of stuff. Oh, I really need HP. This week off has lowered my Jackie Chan compatibility. Yeah, the yellow and blue moves are my favorite. They tend to be like the more bombastic moves. The red moves that I pick up there are more like punch type moves, which I try and stay away from. But yeah, it's definitely frustrating being sick for such a long period when you're getting into like really focusing on like trying to get good at streaming and building an audience and all that sort of stuff. But you know, what can you do? It's better to think of it, okay, well, I have to take this break now, so I might as well try and make the most of fever. Because you know, you can't really focus I'll really do a great deal of stuff. Oh, Drunken Slap. Yes, Master of the Drunken Fist. We're here. Drop that in. Right, I definitely need to find some HP so we can make Drunken Fist come to fruition. Oh, as soon as I said that, I had a wall run and failed. I don't know if this is going to happen. Did Drunken Fist give them a drunk status debuff? Is that what that was? Oh, it's a bad time to pick up a weapon. Oh. Oh well. It was the first run. Every day, every first run's a warm-up. Let's roll that again. The whole premise of this game is kind of like, you can see that it's got the video frames at the bottom, and those are like your attacks. This is kind of the whole kind of movie vibe to the game. So me saying, let's roll again, the thematic. The thing I've been playing off stream that I didn't think would be that fun on stream is I've been playing Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I've never played any. I have no knowledge of the Warhammer universe at all. Like, I'm completely a noob. But I've actually been really enjoying it. I was really hesitant to pick it up at full price. Both because I don't know the universe, but I trust the developer, which is Owlcat Games. They've made some of my favorite games from the Pathfinder series, which is kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, but way more intense. I don't know if that's the right term. I was never that into Dungeons and Dragons, but I just really kind of fell in love with Pathfinder from the Owlcat Games. I think they're really good games, and I think it's a really good developer. It's a Russian developer as well, and I think it's really good. Obviously, it has to come with the caveat the Owlcat Games and CRPG games in general, that they're very, very long games. And there's a ton of content. Like, if you pay like $50, your game is gonna take you 100 hours, and you'll probably put like 100 more in later runs, because there's so many like branching paths. But the games do tend to be pretty buggy because there's just so much going on in them. But they are a ton of fun. Hold on. My friend, hopefully she appears in chat, is actually just finished watching Tsubasa Chronicles anime, the OVA, and she's like, it's way too heartbreaking. And I was like, yeah, but I said it was going to be brutal. It sounds like I got a chat message or a new follow. Oh yeah, thank you for the follow, Sondes19. But yeah, she just finished watching that OVA, and it's a pretty tragic conclusion. And it's just mentioned me that it's pretty brutal. Nice emote. Yeah. What's an anime you have seen recently? As I said, like, my friend just messaged me. She watched an OVA of an anime that's one of my favorites, and she's like, I can't believe it's so so traumatic an ending. Nice. How are you today? I'm fine, thank you. How about you? I'm actually just recovering from like a pretty bad illness. So I had a really bad fever like this whole past week, and it only kind of really started to break in the last couple of days. So I'm actually feeling pretty good today, which is why I decided to stream again after having to take a week off, which is pretty frustrating, but thank you. Oh, hope you get well soon, just as I die. Hang on, it's my controller. Hold on. Controller being weird. There we go. Sometimes this PlayStation 4 controller just doesn't get along with Windows. When do I usually stream? So I normally stream at pretty much the same time. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. I used to also do Thursday, but I just wasn't having enough time to like with like fun things to talk about on stream, and also try and do like YouTube content as well. So yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday for me. Might go back to 4 days in the future. It's just my focus is trying to do like fun quality streams rather than like stream 24/7. One, because streaming, like, unless it's already a job, you like, I don't think it's something a normal person can do. He's crit. So my YouTube content at the moment is, so I dual stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, but I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of work on like so I've got a YouTube streaming channel which is also linked to this Twitch, but I've also I'm building out a YouTube channel that is going to be like review focused, so anime and game reviews is kind of what's going to go on there, and I'm also planning to do like a weekly YouTube show that's called like, you know, what happened in Japan this week, and it'll kind of cover funny stories from Japan, like crazy stuff. Like there was this one week where like a farmer punched a bear in the eye and the bear ran away. So you kind of want to kind of cover stories that like in the West you just wouldn't hear, even though they're like really popping off as like meme content in Japan. And I think that'd be really fun to do as a Saturday stream, and then also kind of then use that and cut it up into like an edited YouTube video. Sounds fun, check it out. Thank you. Yeah, I still need to kind of have a good script and like build the set and like decide on like the editing style and stuff like that. Oh, I'm not doing very good as Jackie Chan this week. I'm getting my ass beat. Hey Brittany, how's it going? Thank you for coming along. Oh, I'm not gonna last as Jackie Chan this time. I'm gonna try and find some HP. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's my HP. Oh, is this it? Is it? Oh no. Wow, I'm not lasting long at all. Let's. We can do this. There's only this level and one more until I kind of like finish the game. If you ever finish a game like this. You're watching this game for the first time. Yeah, like it's so funny that I think like having looked at the developers like social media, I think they definitely thought that this game would pop off. I think the game is great. I think people should buy it. I think it's really fun. But I don't think it's quite picked up in the way that they hoped it would. Like, there's very few people playing it on Twitch, whereas I think it's a really good game for Twitch. And the game's like really fun. It's Jackie Chan. Who doesn't like Jackie Chan? I'm looking forward to like additional levels that cover things from like Rush Hour. You know, like having a level that's in like the was it the Chinese like massage parlor. And, like Jackie Chan's wearing like a bathrobe. Like I feel that's like easy content. My VTube model is kinda feel free to comment on this model that I bought for $16. I'm not particularly worried about people saying negative things about it. This is definitely me learning to stream, learning VTubing, all that stuff. I'm not Jesus, that's super loud. For people commenting on the quality of the model. My model is hot. After I was self-deprecating as well. What's the film kind of thing at the bottom of the screen? Those are Jackie's moves. So like I'm unlocking a new move now and I add it to my, what do you call it? Movie clip of moves, I guess. And if they're chained the same color together, I get higher damage. If I chain the same color and numbers, I also get higher like damage. So I don't attack, the game like attacks for me. I just have to time like the right placement for the attacks to hit, like that. And when I level up, so I level up by picking up money and my enemy's teeth. So when I do that, that's when I get a chance to like boost some of my abilities. Or unlock a new move, depending. Dodge. Yeah, dodge is if I would have chosen the dodge card, it kind of gives me an automatic like dodge chance boost. Considering I keep running out of HP, I should probably invest that. Definitely getting back into the rhythm of this game. Let's pick up range. This Jackie Chan with a gun is pretty funny to me. Yeah, everyone who's kind of come in to take a look at this game, the first thing we always talk about is like, what's your favorite Jackie Chan film? And pretty much everyone is like, oh, it's gonna be one of the Rush Hours, like Shanghai Noon, stuff like that. And then occasionally you'll see someone who's a bigger Jackie Chan fan like me. Oh, you know. And they're like, oh, it's like Drunken Master. Like one of the really old films where it's like even like all the voice acting is like overdub, and it's pretty bad. Sometimes it's not even Jackie's voice, it's like standard American voice. You know, like the old Bruce Lee films of where it sounds like Bruce Lee has a 1920s American gangster accent. Gun karate, yeah. Rush Hour is dope. Oh, and you haven't seen like Drunken Master and stuff. Yeah, I think you can just watch the clips on YouTube, to be honest, and get the full kind of fun experience. Because like it is a super old film, they're a bit harder to watch and all that sort of stuff. I think they're fun. But it definitely, I probably have like a bit of nostalgia for them because I used to watch them with like my brother and stuff. And then obviously try the moves on each other. Oh. I read your suggestions after I've already like picked. Yeah. So you just finished watching Tsubasa. Have you watched all of the OVAs, or did you? I can't remember how many there are. If it's 3 or if it's 4. OVA 1. Remind me what happens at the end of 1. Is that where Shenron gets a new 3 episodes in OVA 1? Yes, so you've met the vampire twins. You've seen Shenron get his new eye. Shohei feels phrase it like that. There's the real Shenron. Yeah. You've seen like the brutal element. Now Jackie Chan with a shotgun. Yeah, the new eye scene was violent. Yeah, so I actually recommend the dub of Tsubasa. One, because I think it's really nostalgic. But the voice acting for Momoka? Like, oh my, like it's really intense for that scene. And that's why I recommend the dub, because it's like, that's a really intense moment. Mokono. No, it's Mokono. Is it Mokono? Mokono feels really familiar to me. But yeah, the moment where Shenron rips out Fi's eye and then kind of eats it? Question mark. It was definitely like a really traumatic white magic, yeah. It was definitely a traumatic moment in the anime. The next OVA sections, it keeps that intensity up, and you kind of see some slightly different stuff. But you've seen like the most kind of shocking piece. I think you've also discovered at that point that Sakura is also not the real Sakura, I believe. I could have just dropped a massive spoiler. What's Sakura captors? Ayo? Yeah, I think it is mentioned in that first OVA. I don't think it is. I think it's kind of explicitly discussed in the first OVA, but you might not have picked up on it in a direct sense. We should have timed it so that I watched it at the same time. I have been meaning to rewatch it. Nah, dude, I gave you a massive spoiler. It kind of is, but also kind of not. I think when you watch the second part of the OVA, you'll be like, oh, wait. And it kind of raises a large question of like, who is real, like those kind of questions. Not getting a lot of good drops this time. What to watch after the second OVA? Like, second OVA got 2 episodes only, you want to watch more of it. Okay, so there is no more of it. And so I'll talk about the backstory of why Tsubasa kind of only has like the two OVAs, and that there's kind of like a missing episode of where the second OVA is also meant to have 3 episodes. And they actually started production on the last one, but the owner of the IP, Clamp, who made the original story, they weren't happy with the anime. And so basically the whole kind of agreement fell apart, and so that's why the anime is kind of like incomplete, quote unquote. So Yeah, it's because the creators of the actual show, sorry, the creators of the IP weren't happy with production of the on the anime and stuff like that. I disagree. I thought it was fine for the time it actually came out, but I heard that its a third season got cancelled because it was too violent. What was it, 2006 and 7? I think there was way worse stuff at the time for like being violent. So I don't think it was due to violence. I think it was just the Clamp like being unhappy with the anime. And if you don't know who Clamp is, they're kind of very famous female-only mangakas in Japan, and they're a very small team. I'm talking, I think it's like maybe like 6 ladies. And they've worked together for decades and decades in like a small like studio house. Even though they're all super rich now, because their work is extremely popular. But they're also kind of very artistically vision driven. So if they're unhappy with something, they'll just stop working on it. If they lose interest, they'll just stop working on it. You heard the Clamp word in the intro, so you wonder if they do the production. No, so they're the owner of the IP and they produce the mangas. And they've produced a whole bunch, which is Cardcaptor Sakura, Magic Knight Raya, several other really large ones. But they're the kind of the story writers and like manga producers. They don't actually produce the anime, they mostly just kind of sell the IP. Yeah. Okay, so here's a really big... So the world within the Clamp universe is kind of like the Marvel universe in that in some way or capacity the worlds are all connected. So what you see in Tsubasa is these characters go to multiple different worlds. Well, there's an episode in the anime, right, where they go and meet like this mute girl, and Fire recognizes her. That girl is from Chobits, and that's kind of like their signal to be like, hey, this is roughly in the same universe. So within that universe, you have Cardcaptors, or Cardcaptor Sakura, which connects to Tsubasa Chronicles. So kind of like no world is directly connected, yeah, but they're all kind of parallel worlds or dimensions. Yeah, I think that's probably a good way to put it. The worlds are only connected due to... Yeah, the worlds can only be connected due to someone with extreme magic power, which is kind of what you see from the witch Yuko and the main antagonist in Tsubasa. Yeah, it's only very powerful like magic users that can like traverse dimensions and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a pre-sequel. Fei Wang. Yeah, Fei Wang, Sakura's dad, is like the main magic guy, but he's effectively always kind of dead. Yeah, so you don't have to watch the other stuff, but if you want to kind of think about it in a kind of prequel sequel kind of method, it goes Cardcaptor Sakura, Tsubasa Chronicles, and then X-Holic. So once you've watched Tsubasa, probably the best thing if you want more, but it's going to be different, is Triple X-Holic. That's kind of like X-Holic is kind of like the prequel, runs in tandem, and is also the sequel. Yeah, it's definitely a family that has a large impact on like reality. I really like Cardcaptor Sakura. I particularly like the dub. But a lot of people don't like the dub. I prefer just to watch the original. But you can do whatever. You don't have to watch Card Captors or Card Captor Sakura to get like the full picture. I think you can do Tsubasa straight into Xholic if that's what you want. You prefer the sub. It's just that the dub is... I don't even know how low my HP was. Like I said, yeah, I'll send you the link to Xholic. Yeah, in general, I prefer sub over dub. But because Tsubasa was one of the very first animes that I watched, I did watch it in dub. Because I think when you're getting into anime, you pretty much always... everyone just does it via dub, because it's... subtitles are hard when you like very first get into like watching. Very hard for English speakers, I suppose. Xholic will be the next one. Yeah, so Xholic is a bit scarier. It's got a few more kind of horror elements to it, in a kind of X-File-y type kind of way. But it's a really good story. Just stick with it. It can get a little bit annoying at the beginning because the character's a bit of a wimp. But when you kind of see how it grows, particularly when you get again to the OVAs, wow. And so Xholic follows the story of Yuko, basically. But it doesn't follow her story. It follows... I forget the character's name because I know his real name is and I don't want to say it because of spoilers. But if you see a lot more of Yuko. Yuko the Dimensional Witch, yeah. And you see this side to her. I really want to avoid spoilers because it's something you need to kind of watch through. Yeah, the whole idea of the Dimensional Witch and the way that she kind of interacts with the world is really cool. She was always my favorite character and she's so like mysterious. And when you get into Xholic, you get like a whole bunch of like fun answers. There's Buff Dodge. I'm glad you've really enjoyed the anime because they're definitely kind of like pretty esoteric, and because they're quite old now, people are definitely like less interested in checking it out. But I feel like your response to it has been what mine was, like, oh, this is amazing. Yeah, you're interested in Yuko because of how she got the ability and the storyline matters. Yeah, it's pretty much anything from Clamp. The storyline is always going to be good. There's an interesting thing in Clamp in that the mother is typically the one who is like non-existent. The mother is always someone that's died early on in the main character's life, whereas I feel like in a lot of stories it's the dad. Man, I'm not doing well. Let's get some upgrades. I think that's where I'm at. I've got like what? I've got 5,000 teeth of my enemies. Let's boost luck and greed. Because I've unlocked something new, I'm not too sure. Oh, Throw Master, the brush. Yeah. You didn't get it. What was I talking about? I have noticed sometimes when I rewatch the stream is that I try and speak slower than I normally would, but there are times where I just fall back into like default mode and I just like speak at full speed, and I speak pretty quickly normally. I feel they've boosted the punch impact sounds, which is good. They were a little bit quiet before. Yeah, the funny thing about Tsubasa is that there is definitely some questionable animation quality in the beginning, but the overall art style and how it looks is super cool. Oh yeah, I was talking about in the Clamp stories. Very often it'll be the mother that is dead for the main protagonist. Whereas I feel like in most stories it tends to be like the dad. You know what I mean? Oh, in the Cardcaptor Sakura anime, there's this super, and so Cardcaptor Sakura is meant to be like a kids TV show, and there's this really creepy episode where like a supernatural spirit pretends to be Sakura's dead mum. I can't even watch it as an adult, you know? Yeah, the Clamp stuff is intense. I'm surprised that a lot of people don't really know anymore. When I got into anime, they were really big and everyone like kind of knew them and recognized them, but now they kind of seem to have faded a little bit into fandom obscurity, of where like if you know them, you know them, but I'm not sure why that is. I'm doing really poorly in terms of surviving in Karate Survivor. Oh, nuts. Yeah. When I pick up the soda can, it gives me like a special move, and I thought I could pull the special move and pull people in, but no, I just got beat. Let's switch to the rooftop. I need a change of scenery for my Jackie Chan movie set. And it's a little bit easier this level. I think I just need to get some upgrades probably. Or helicopter kick. That is definitely one of the cooler, if not completely useless, martial art moves. Cameraman would have a fight. Yeah, so on this level, there's a random guy running around in his underwear. Proper Yakuza 0 style gameplay. I keep meaning to give the Yakuza games a try on stream. I have played them before, but I think it would be fun to do on stream because the games are so crazy and like that. I think I was talking about this with another viewer, but like the Yakuza games are really fun, but there's definitely like you do jackknife between serious story and weird comedy. Yeah, have you ever played the Yakuza games? Oh, I suppose they're called like a Dragon now, for whatever reason. They're normally on sale on Steam I think particularly Yakuza 0 is well worth playing. The others, less so, in my opinion. I've not played Like a Dragon though. I did buy it on sale, but I've just not given it the time yet. Look at the number of cameramen. Too many shots to make. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, pretty much in nearly all of the films Jackie Chan did for Hollywood, he was the main producer, the main director, and the main actor. Like, dude was doing everything. And obviously, like, the primary stunt actor as well. I watched a funny interview with Jackie Chan earlier, and he was talking about how when they were filming Rush Hour, it was Chris Tucker's kind of first major like Hollywood film, and they struggled to get along together at first, and part of the reason was Chris Tucker kept coming to set 4 to 5 hours late. So they'd start filming at like 7 a.m. and Chris Tucker would roll in like after lunch. So Chris Tucker, he approached Jackie and he was like, dude, we're the stars, we don't have to turn up early to the movie set, like we don't have to do this. And Jackie was like, no, I'm the director, I have to do this. So Chris Tucker was like, yeah, but Jackie, you're making me look bad. And it was just really funny where like they definitely had a conversation after that, and Chris Tucker like changed. Do all of them know how to do martial arts? Yeah, even the cameramen, they can do camera fu. Oh, I'm in a bad spot. There we go. There's probably a scene where Jackie Chan somewhere is doing martial arts with a camera. I actually think is it in Who Am I? He throws and hits. He throws a camera and hits a bunch of guys in the face. I don't remember. Who Am I is the movie where Jackie Chan does that fight with the clogs. Oh, you meant in general. It's definitely a part of their culture. I think particularly in China, they have martial arts education as more of a standard. Kind of just like in Japan, where I don't believe it's compulsory, but you can do judo in most high schools. Obviously along with kendo. But yeah, it's the kind of thing I wish, particularly as a kid, I wish that as a kid we had martial arts as part of the curriculum. The way that I got into martial arts, obviously other than loving action films as a kid, you know, growing up watching Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jackie Chan, like that, is that there was a guy in my area who was trying to build, I guess he's trying to build a judo business, and he was doing he did a free semester in my elementary school for the students to do judo. I think it was the semester where like you're leading up to like summer, and I actually won judo best boy in my school, and I absolutely loved doing it. But where he was actually holding the class, it was like too far. My parents didn't take me. It was also like pretty expensive as well. I wanted to do it, but you know. I think it was also as a kid I thought that he would just come back. Obviously I didn't appreciate the business side of he's trying to build a business. I was like, is he not coming back to school? Because that's how kids think, like, oh, there's this thing, it happens. Oh, it's just going to continue happening forever. But yeah, that's how I got into judo, but didn't get to kind of keep it up. I would later do a lot of taekwondo when I was a teenager, but only because I wanted to do karate and I wanted to do Jackie Chan karate. But like, if there's no one in the area teaching it, martial arts isn't that big in the United Kingdom, so there wasn't like a ton of choice. So I ended up doing taekwondo, and I actually really enjoyed it. It does help in that, yeah. I think martial arts are really awesome for teaching you a bunch of stuff that isn't necessarily just punching people in the face. It teaches you like a whole bunch of really interesting stuff alongside that. Mostly to do with like respect and wisdom, and you get a lot of experience teaching and like working with others. I do wish martial arts were part of like all national curriculums, just because it teaches people a whole bunch of stuff that like they need, whether that be discipline or just the fun of movement. And martial arts is fun, like when you get into sparring, stuff like that. So here's a funny story where I almost got knocked out. So when I was doing taekwondo, my teacher was the world champion for taekwondo heavyweight. This guy was like 6'2", and with my knowledge now, this guy weighed like 200 pounds plus. Like this was a heavy guy, and because I was doing national competitions, I also was a national taekwondo champion as a result of him beating my ass. So we had like special training sessions for people who were going really far, like I was. And part of that was that you'd get to fight the world champion. But fight the world champion, that meant that he wouldn't hold back. So if you fought him, you were fighting the world champion. He legitimately wasn't holding back. And I can tell you he wasn't holding back because I had it in my head that I can't beat this guy. And like fundamentally I wasn't. I was always in the lightweights. Nice. I was always in the lightweights, and obviously I was like 14. So I was nowhere near as strong as him. I was nowhere near as big. Nowhere near as heavy. And so my idea when the bell rang was, I'm just going to charge him down. I'm going to charge him down, I'm going to hit him in the face, and then I'm going to run away. That was like my master plan. And whether it was like martial arts master stuff, he clearly anticipated what I was going to do. And so I charged at him. And I remember in slow motion, he like stepped back, rotated, and the next thing I knew, the back of his heel was in my nose, and I was like flying backwards. like literally in the air, like it's something from Karate Kid. And this guy hit me so hard, and because obviously I ran into it, that I literally didn't know what happened. Like I just got hit, but what I do remember is when I kind of like came to, which was kind of like a second later, because once you get hit super hard in the head, you kind of just lose it for like a second if you don't get completely knocked out. And he was still hitting me. And I remember people like shouting at him to stop. No, there was no pause. I didn't even give up. He just realized that he was just hitting a sack of potatoes. Yeah, like if you've never been hit like that, you really have no comprehension of what that is like. But it definitely gives you an appreciation for when you see like the martial art movies and stuff like that. It's definitely not representative of real life. I desperately wish it was. I wish real life was like, this is martial arts, but nah. Oh, nuts. Yeah, and that's another thing. Because you'd be like, oh, hey, give me... Oh, weapon toss. Oh, that's cool. That's some extra damage. Because you'll be like, oh, hey, give me a minute. I need, like, some time to breathe. And I've heard about this from soldiers and stuff as well, of where you see like in the movies and like martial arts, soldier movies, where people fight for like 24 hours and there's always gunfights or there's always punching and they're going from one bar to the next. Basically, after 10 minutes of fighting, you're pretty gassed out. Like if you're fighting for your life, you're pretty like you just run out. And I actually had that. So when I was doing competition fighting, so competition fighting is different from like national championships, in so much that it's kind of just like inter-club stuff. So you have a lot of fights. It's kind of best of three kind of stuff. And there was one day of where I ended up having 12 fights. And I got to the final, and I was fighting against a guy who was several belts higher than me, and he had done 1/3 the amount of fights. And I remember just getting to the final, and I was exhausted. Like I had nothing. I was struggling to like lift my legs, lift my arms. Boss fight. Yeah. This game actually does have boss fights as well. They're pretty easy, but they're fun nonetheless. Yeah, I did martial arts for a few years, but then like the club kind of fell apart, and I was getting into music and stuff like that as well. It's really hard to kind of keep up martial arts if you're competing. Just because obviously it takes so much time and energy to be good, and you end up training like 3 or 4 times a week, and obviously it's super exhausting. And you do parkour as well. I was really into it when it was a thing. I was okay. Ironically, I'm probably stronger now than I was then, so I could probably do more parkour now than back then. But I was obviously I'm way more flexible back when I was doing martial arts. Yeah, like parkour got really big. What was it, like 2000 and something? I can't remember. Yeah, that was definitely... Parkour is definitely Jackie Chan style martial arts without the punching, you know? Oh, I should probably upgrade. Let's see. Let me take a drink. Hold on. Yeah, I did try and do parkour. I never hurt myself. My friends hurt themselves. We actually had a thing of where parkour was banned at school because people were... It was like The Office, you know, the parkour. Yeah, we definitely pushed it pretty far. Particularly at school, because you had like lots of rails around. And so obviously they banned skateboarding and stuff like that. So the next thing you do is parkour. Oh, you learned about parkour from Assassin's Creed Mirror's Edge. The first Mirror's Edge is one of my favorite games. The story and presentation is pretty mid, but I think it's a great game. particularly for its time. You could normally pick it up really cheap on Steam. But yeah, just that it came out a couple of years after parkour kind of went like super mainstream, so it didn't miss the time window, but it kind of did. I did buy Mirror's Edge 2, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, was it? And that's kind of the open world, and it just wasn't anywhere near as good. Yeah, you played the first one and you loved it. Awesome. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's unfortunate that you can kind of do like an arcade mode speed run time trial of like various different levels, and it didn't take long for cheaters to come in and set like, let's say a course is like 30 seconds, and cheaters were coming in and passing and setting a new world record for 0.0001 seconds. So they kind of ruined that, and then like EA never did anything to fix it. But yeah, it was a great game. I remember at the time when it came out, people were really excited by it, and like it was like pretty popular. It just didn't seem to translate into sales all that much. I think it's definitely a cult classic. And I think by the time they kind of came back to Mirror's Edge, EA at that point had really changed as a company. They weren't really about innovation and fun anymore. They were kind of about, how can we abstract as much money from this as possible? Which isn't really Mirror's Edge. Which isn't really Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge is like, it's parkour. It's meant to be kind of, you know, kind of like against the system. It's meant to be kind of like small and cheap but cool. It hasn't really been. You haven't tried the second one either. Yeah, a lot of people didn't. It just didn't. It doesn't look very good. Well, not actually. It looks really good, but it's just not a good game or a good story. I feel the first one, whilst the story's mixed, it's still like fun and decent. I think Mirror's Edge kicked off a lot. It got a lot of people into like that kind of ambient style of music, because it's got a really good soundtrack. Like if I was to play the main theme song, well, first of all I get copyright strikes, but I feel like a lot of people would recognize the song straight away. There hasn't really been many games that picked up the parkour vibe since. I feel you had, what was it? That robot shooting game. Everyone really loves it, and I think it's really mediocre. The Titanfall? There we go. I didn't play the... No, yeah, I have played the first one. Did I play the second one? I don't remember. Yeah, like Titanfall, they also kind of picked up the parkour thing at the time. Titanfall is what I think that's the one I was talking about. But there hasn't really been any games that have done parkour since. You'd think there'd be like a Valorant character where parkour is their like ability. Just giving Riot free ideas. You love the Prince of Persia Warrior Within a lot. You can try that on stream. Yeah, I have been really thinking of... So Prince of Persia came out. I was still pretty young, and I remember being scared. Prince of Persia. So I mostly watched my older brother play it. And so I never got the full Prince of Persia experience. But the games have always kind of fascinated me, because obviously I didn't get to finish them. I didn't finish the story or anything. So I would be interested in picking those up on stream. I think there's a lot of people have there's a lot of people that, oh shit, people that are really fond of that series. I'm just gonna have to go for this even though the numbers don't fit. I know there was a fairly recent Prince of Persia game that was kind of like, was it a Metroidvania, and people were really positive on it. And then Ubisoft goes and shuts the team down and like lays everyone off. Like the one piece of positive press they've had, and then they go and lay everyone off. You can play through that game like 13, 15 times, 2 different endings, and you've tried both several times about walkthroughs. Awesome. Post it in my Discord in what is it called? Feedback, recommendations? I don't remember. And I'll take a look at it. The Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. What was the second one? And then there was it was a trilogy, right? God, my memory is so patchy on it. Yeah, I would like to play those games and kind of get closure. Yeah, I haven't followed up Prince of Persia in a long time. Oh. Yeah, Ubisoft are definitely a hilarious company. Have you seen the absolutely abysmal... it's so stupid. You know 2B from Nier Automata? Automata. Ubisoft over EA? Damn, that's like, do you want me to choose shit or crap? I think it's that meme of they're the same thing. So basically, there's Stellar Blade has a 2B DLC, and obviously it looks amazing because it's Stellar Blade, which looks amazing, and then obviously you've got 2B, who is intentionally designed a specific way, just like Stellar Blade is. And then you see the 2B collaboration. Let me pause. It's so stupid. You see the 2B collaboration with Ubisoft. Oh my god, it looks awful. It looks so bad. You can't make it up. You can't make it look that bad. Like, it's so bad, it looks completely intentional. Whereas, like, what they've done is they've clearly taken one of their male models from Rainbow Six Siege, and then they just modeled 2B on top of it. And it just looks so out of place. It looks so bad. No, the creator of 2B, was it Yoko Taro, he doesn't care as long as he gets paid, which is like fair enough. But you're also like, 2B is one of those characters that looks a certain way. For it to look so bad, it's so embarrassing. Like when you see the comparison screenshots, it's hard not to laugh out loud. And what kind of blows my mind is the last time I played Rainbow Six Siege, it was when the was it the Polish girl? She's like kind of grey green. I thought, like, when I heard about it, they'd just use that model 'cause she's fairly skinny and like proportioned in that method. is that how I say it on Twitch? And it seems like they just picked the male agent who like hacks into computers instead. You bought the wooden stealth blade. It was cool until you break it inside somehow one day. Eruption. Let's go with that. If I like, yeah, who would you choose? Ubisoft over EA as a game company? Like, for all the faults, I'd still choose EA over Ubisoft, and I paused because it made me feel like I was gonna vomit in my mouth. Oh, so you'd stick with Ubisoft over EA. My problem with Ubisoft is it really doesn't matter what IP you play from them. The game is the same. And the story is always like absolutely mid to garbage. But at least with EA, you're gonna get like a fairly wide variety of game types. So like, I clearly don't play sports games, but EA has those. They've got some action games, most of which is mid. The EA has a bunch of good licenses. So does Ubisoft. They're just very bad at making good use of them, you know? Like, Dragon Age Veilguard, what a disaster that was. I haven't played it, I don't have any real commentary on it. I just knew that from the first trailer, I was like, this doesn't look good. And I had played Dragon Age Inquisition. I hadn't played the other Dragon Age games. Because they came out when I was like too young. But yeah, I thought Dragon Age Inquisition was okay. I didn't think it was great. So I already wasn't fully interested in Veilguard. I was interested if they did the Dreadwolf, where Solus is the bad guy. I was kind of down for that. I was like, yeah, this is where the story is going. That's what they've been hinting at. It's going to be fun. And then they kind of changed it up, and then they made it into something what it is now. And I had it as a kind of, oh, I might pick it up on sale. And now, like, having seen reviews, seen gameplay, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm just never gonna buy Veilguard. Have you tried Watch Dogs? No, it was never of any interest. My main memory of Watch Dogs is Ubisoft triggering that whole thing of false advertisements. Because remember, they did this trailer that was really deceptive what the actual game was. And they got into a whole bunch of trouble and basically changed the video game industry as a result of their horrendous lies. So I never played Watch Dogs. The first Watch Dogs, it's Aiden, is that right? And he's like really moody, trying to like track down the murder of his sister. Is that correct? For Watch Dogs 1, and Watch Dogs 2 is where they try and be more like hip-hop style from what I remember. And then Watch Dogs 3 is where you could like recruit grannies, and it's kind of like GTA. I don't know, Watch Dogs never seemed like a strong IP to me. You like the first Watch Dogs game? I remember reviews being positive, but no, I don't think anyone said like they loved it. I think people said they just enjoyed it. I think of it, yeah, like that was their last original IP in it's going to be quite a few years, because obviously The Division isn't an original IP. That's Tom Clancy yet again. I actually really like the Splinter Cell games, but they kind of seem to just be staying away from the Splinter Cell license. And I don't really know why. I feel like for Splinter Cell you could do a really mature story and game, and I think it would be really popular. I would definitely, if I was Ubisoft, I would definitely I'd definitely bring back Splinter Cell and just do it as a completely new completely refresh the IP. I wouldn't bother trying to cater to previous Splinter Cell storylines. I think it's pretty convoluted anyway. You can pick up a whole bunch of Splinter Cell games, pretty cheap as well. It is stealth. It is punishing stealth. It can be a bit stupid in terms of like the stealth not working right. I'd say they're fun games. You do have to be in the right mindset and know that you're definitely going into a different type of experience. I'm trying to remember the name of the actual Splinter Cell game that I own. I own a few. I will check Steam in a second. Hold on. Let's get to main menu. Oh shit. How do I... Oh yeah, and you can't see my Steam. That's fine. What's it called? Oh, for God's sake. I'm just gonna alt-tab that to you. Can you still hear the music, or is it completely froze? Oh, it's completely... well, give me a moment, I'll find it. I'm determined to talk about this. Splinter Cell. Which one did I play? Is it Blacklist? Yeah, Blacklist. I think Splinter Cell Blacklist is a really good way to get into the game, into the series. It's pretty modern. The controls are way better than the like Chaos Theory stuff. I do intend to go back to the Splinter Cell series and replay that game. I think it's pretty fun. Is it fun on stream? I feel the story is pretty good, which is kind of a compliment for Ubisoft. I don't think story is their strong point in general. Yeah, I don't know, like, if you was to give me the choice, Ubisoft or EA, I don't know how many people would pick Ubisoft. Ubisoft is one of those companies where they're just kind of... They have, like, a pretty strong and loyal fan base. As you've seen from Assassin's Creed. Like, I do not think those games are good anymore. And they haven't been for a really long time. Black Flag. No, not Black Flag. What was it? Sea of Skulls is... Is that their most recent pirate game? I can't remember. Skull and Bones. There we go. That's definitely a video game. That's definitely one that I thought the games journalists would try and rally behind, but like even they knew there was no saving that one. Just remember, if you can spend $600 million on Skull and Bones, you can achieve anything in life. Or even more amazing, convincing someone else to spend $600 million on Skull and Bones. What's so funny about Skull and Bones is clearly it's a popular idea. You know, there's plenty of pirate games every year. So like, it's totally reasonable to think, hey, we should make a pirate game. And you know, and they made the most popular pirate game, which is Black Flag. And so they have the recipe for awesome. They just... It's so funny when you have the... I don't understand how you have the recipe for awesome and then end up with like the worst possible thing to exist. Like, if you remember, like, was Skull and Bones this year? Like, it's crazy if it did come out this year, because it's basically entirely forgotten. I don't know, are the servers up? I'd be surprised. Let's boost HP. I'm running low. Yeah, my Jackie Chan prowess has definitely fallen off in between me getting sick and having to take a week off. Like definitely before I was sick for an extended period, I was definitely vibing Jackie Chan really hard. I pretty much got through all the levels, like as a one shot almost, especially the bosses. Damn, that was a epic combo. Let's boost some luck. Let's try and get some more HP drops and try and make it to the end. I feel I'm on a pretty decent run now. I probably wasn't respecting the martial arts prowess of Jackie Chan enough earlier in stream, but you know, an hour in, we're channeling the Jackie now. I was probably channeling my Chris Tucker earlier. You know that Chris Tucker was friends with Michael Jackson and Prince. And Michael Jackson's nickname for Chris Tucker was Christmas. How he became friends with those two, I have absolutely no idea. I guess Chris Tucker is pretty just outgoing, so he just attracts people. Let me grab a drink, hold on. You can tell I've been ill because my voice is a little bit deeper than normal. Case time. Oh, nice. Yeah, what was that? Earlier in the stream I was talking about what I'm playing off stream. I've been playing a lot of the Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. And I've been really enjoying it, considering it's something I have absolutely no idea about in terms of the universe. I thought it would be really difficult to get into. Oh, wall jump. But yeah, I actually found it to be really approachable and extremely enjoyable to play. No one's been more surprised about that than me. I really thought I wouldn't have fun playing the Warhammer game, knowing nothing. But no, I actually had a great time. It just like the Owlcat as a developer, they do pretty damn good at making stuff like understandable for players who aren't familiar with whatever the universe is. So that helps a lot in getting and understanding Warhammer. There's definitely like you can, whenever you play an Owlcat game, there's just going to be a lot of reading. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh. I was trying to like wall run and be cool. That's probably my best run, and I blew it trying to look good. Let's see, what can I... Let's boost my regen. It's funny, before stream I thought, oh yeah, I'll clear this level in like 1 or 2 runs. I think they've boosted the damage Jackie takes. Jackie takes, not Jackie shakes. Oh, strike range 25%, hell yeah. Yeah, so I've been really surprised at me enjoying a Warhammer game. Yeah, and because it's such a dense universe, it is quite difficult to understand what's happening and what things mean. but it's actually been really enjoyable. Owlcat has done a really great job with making things like the world easy to interpret. Obviously, there's a lot of terms, and I won't profess to know what all the terms mean. But I'm having a fun time. It's making me more and more interested in the universe. I definitely have a lot of questions as to how things work, and like how the powers work, like the weird god stuff. It's definitely a really interesting take, because I pretty much knew next to nothing, and I've been really surprised at how dense it is, and like the style is this weird gothic Victorian cyberpunk. Because I never really looked at the art. God, I'm getting really bad drops. I have to drop it in anyway. Yeah, because I never really looked at Warhammer. It never really interested me as a kid. The people around me kind of played it because it was so expensive to get into. Like a few people like actually did. And it's one of the reasons why I was never that interested. One, because it cost so much, and I also wasn't interested in such a dark universe, which Warhammer clearly is. Wow, these drops are punishing me. I have to use my safe room immediately. Oh, and I die. But yeah, so I was always kind of a little bit disinterested in Warhammer. Well, screw it. We're in the supermarket now. That wasn't what I intended to do, but we're here. Let's pick up my favorite, the flamingo. It's flamingo in time. Let's boost luck. Yes, I've been really interested. I've been enjoying the Warhammer game, and I honestly really bought it only because it was on sale. And kind of like, oh, I'll give it a go, and if I don't understand it, I'll pick up the rainbow. I should pick up the strong strike. But yeah, I've been really surprised that I had actually been enjoying it as much as I have been. Obviously, I don't understand a lot of stuff. I think that's totally chill. I think it's core RPGs, you know, isometric RPGs. I feel there's always going to be like a ton of information coming at you all at once, and they're clearly made for people who are like really big like super fans of the franchise, so that but they try and make it so that just about everyone can get something out of it, whether you're new to a franchise or like an all-time fan. And this combo is pretty good. If I time it correctly, that is. Yeah, I'd probably say Owlcat is one of my favorite developers now. I used to... one of my favorite developers in the past was definitely BioWare. Which is funny because I was just ragging on like Dragon Age Veilguard and be like, this is trash. But yeah, they were one of my favorite developers up until Mass Effect 3, and I think they did such a disservice to the IP. In combination with Star Wars: The Old Republic, which was really kind of just okay. I have fond memories of Star Wars: The Old Republic, but it is just missing so much. Yeah, like after Mass Effect 3, I was really unhappy with BioWare after that. And I went nowhere near Mass Effect Andromeda. I could tell from a mile off that it was going to be like this mess. And I ended up being right. Yeah, so I kind of knew that BioWare wasn't the company that I thought it was after Mass Effect 3. Oh shit. So I pretty much just kind of stopped playing what they were putting out. I did get Anthem for free. And like, Anthem was such a strange game. The movement was fun. And that was it. Like, it had good movement. I felt like the Iron Man-esque side of it was like the best element, but the shooting, the story was abysmal. It was so bad, and like when it came out afterwards, that they intentionally put like a roadblock in the game to like span the game out. I actually played that section all the way through before they fixed it to make it not as much of a grind. And I literally said out loud to the people I was playing with, like, this clearly padding, like, this is hideous. But yeah, I got it for free, otherwise I would not have played Anthem. What was, so you had Anthem. Wow, and I think their next game was Dragon Age Veilguard. I'm so surprised BioWare still exists. I straight up thought years ago we would have seen the end of BioWare. And maybe with Dragon Age Veilguard it will be the end. But it kind of sounds like they're trying to push Mass Effect, and that's going to be the last one. But like, straight up, if you trust EA to make a good Mass Effect game now, I don't know where that belief comes from. Like, past performance is a strong indicator of future performance. And the last 10-15 years has been awful for BioWare in terms of games quality and artistic decision making. BioWare used to be one of my favorite developers, and now not really. It's tempting to say someone like Larian is now going to be like one of the main big developers, but it's kind of frustrating that they're like, oh yeah, no, we're done with Baldur's Gate 3. We're not going to do DLC. We're not going to do Baldur's Gate 4. I understand why. They want to move on. I largely suspect because of licensing. People don't realize because it is a Dungeons and Dragons license, and Hasbro is really trying to get like as much money out of that as possible. So he's probably just like, for how well known and profitable Larian is as a studio now, probably doesn't make financial sense for them to stick with Baldur's Gate, because there's always more money by doing their own IP. I don't think the Divinity original Sin games are that good. When I played the original, I actually had a save game glitch where I deleted the save and I couldn't progress, and really bad stuff. And that was on a 60-hour save. And I also had that bug with Cyberpunk on release as well. Cyberpunk on release, yeah, because people will probably say, oh well, CD Projekt Red was definitely a highly popular studio, and they if you remember the Cyberpunk release stuff, they were like, oh yeah, it'll be released when it's ready. Yeah, about that. So I played Cyberpunk on release. Boy, oh boy, was that a bad experience. And I really tried to make it work. I was trying to play the game. So I've had a 4K monitor for a number of years now, so I like to play games at 4K. I know, what a rich boy. What a flex. But that's just, it's just, you know, what am I gonna do? And even with like, I had, what was it? GTX 1080 at the time. It could not run 4K. So I was playing the game at 2K. So I was like reduced res, low graphics. And like, it was damn near unplayable. Trying to like get Cyberpunk to like be fun. And there were so many bugs that it just ruined the Cyberpunk experience. And it was definitely an experience I had like been waiting a really long time for. You know, I was really hyped up about Cyberpunk, and it ended up being just such a horrendous disappointment. Purely because of performance. I could tell there was an amazing story and lots of really cool stuff. Like, if you can't play the game, you'd have the best story in the world, but if the game doesn't work, it's not going anywhere. So, like, I'd be really hesitant to say CD Projekt Red is, like, a really good, trustworthy developer now. I think you'd have to wait whatever the next title is going to be. It kind of seems like it'd be another Witch game from, you know, they're going to play it safe. I believe they're also working on Cyberpunk 2080, are you going to call it? I'm not 100%. I remember hearing something about that, whether it's true, I don't know. That crazy, man. Yes, what I can do is I can... Oh, hang on. There we go. Delete lead uppercut, yes. Then we'll swap that around. Nice. Full combo power. Hang on, I need to chase the naked old man down. Hold on. We're catching up to him. Oh, we got him in a corner. Yeah, it's so weird that when you beat him, the camera sound plays. Like, no one wants a picture of that. And the red combos absolutely pop off. Like, they just trigger so quickly. Yeah, I've been thinking about playing Counter-Strike again. You know, speaking of good developers, Valve. It's funny, like I trust Valve to produce really high quality stuff. I just then don't play the games. Like I've never been that interested in Half-Life. Portal I did play. I enjoyed Portal 1 and Portal 2. I'm surprised I'm surprised they haven't gone back to that, but that would mean Portal 3 and Valve doesn't really, for some reason. Yawning. Valve doesn't really do that many sequels. They've improved the sound of the swordfish. That was a meaningful software update. They should give it more of a sword sound. I'm just gonna burst my way through with this gun. Oh, yeah. This is a really fun game. Oh, and I've got a frying pan. Imagine getting hit in the face by a frying pan. And it's Jackie Chan. There's worse ways to go. Let's beef up what I've got. And it's time for a lampshade. Yeah, I feel they've made the game a little bit tougher in recent updates. Let's boost crit by 40, Jesus. Weapon damage. Yeah. I was talking about favorite. Oh, hang on. What can I do? 17, 18. Yeah, there's. Oh. Okay, press the wrong button. Well. Well, that's happened. Yeah, I was talking about favorite game developers. And yeah, for me to say Larian, I'd really have to see what their next title is. That I think the Divinity Original Sin games are fine. But Baldur's Gate 3 was obviously special, and I just want more Baldur's Gate. Yeah, and it's hard to trust CD Projekt Red. I have to kind of wait and see what they come out with next. But other than that, I don't really. Oh, Swordfish Time. I don't know like what other developer I would say I would Russ to be my favorite. Did a lot of damage with that football. It is boost effect duration. Yeah, I think we're coming up to the boss fight soon. Oh. I've got a lot of weapon damage now. Oh, that was that was a lot of crit. Oh, it's Flamingo. Base plate. Base plate. Flamingo. Oh, I died? Oh, I was not paying attention. The flamingo pulled me in. I flamingo too hard. I definitely wasn't living up to the flamingo dream on that one. Let's go back to the construction site. I'm a bit more in the Jackie Chan zone. Let's boost luck. I struggled to get very far on this level, but let's play with a safer mindset and try and then like clear it. Me playing safe inherently makes me a quieter streamer. Focus, Jackie Chan focus mode. Let's boost regeneration. Yeah, it's hard to say what my favorite AAA game of the year would be. Is like, I want to say Black Myth Wukong, It's kind of like that's like it's definitely a AAA game, but it's not a traditional AAA developer. I think Black Myth Wukong is probably going to be it for me. I honestly haven't played many AAA games this year because I thought they were all kind of not interesting or really overpriced for what they're offering now. Yeah, I suppose that's interesting. Like, I probably wouldn't have bought this game this year. If it wasn't because I was just looking for stuff that would be more fun than what AAA is now. So it's really good for the indie developers. Let's boost crit. Yeah, I think that probably sums up my year in gaming, of where I've definitely tried a whole bunch of different stuff. Mostly because I think like AAA stuff isn't really that good. Or it's really overpriced for what it is. Basically, is the end result on that. The Jackie Chan ladder move is definitely one of my favorite moves from his movies. Just long fight scene. Let's boost regen again. Let's go heavy. We're committed to regen. Nice. Special move time. Let's boost my strike range. I'm looking forward to my Steam year in review. I think it's going to be quite a different picture from previous years, which I think is fun. It's nice to go out and explore like different games. I've also done a lot of emulation this year as well, to be honest. Playing stuff that I think I missed or always wanted to play but like couldn't buy as a kid and stuff. Yeah, like I really like the idea of playing Prince of Persia, who we were talking about earlier on stream. Sweet. No, Loki. That's probably a mistake, but yeah. What was it? There was a YouTube video that really popped off earlier this year. It's like why everyone is playing older video games, and I pretty much kind of agreed with all of it. Like, one of the reasons I moved to older video games is that, one, they're very easy to emulate for let's say minimal cost. But also it's just because it's kind of like a guarantee of quality, because you're only going to emulate something that you know is well regarded. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to go and emulate something you've never heard of, or you're very unlikely to go through that effort, at least. Or you'll try and go back and replay games from your childhood that you played or that you knew. Sometimes it's just fun to play with like more nostalgic systems. There's definitely a time where gaming was less off. Yeah, they've definitely made the game harder. Yeah, there's definitely a time where games were simpler and kind of like generally more fun. Yeah, increased bleeding damage. Increased. Should probably boost. I don't need additional gunshots. Reroll. Probably don't need that. Do some knockbacks. Throwable objects. Boost for them. This boost. I am throwing a ball. Go do another one. Let's do one more and let's see how I get on. Yeah, HP reserve boost. Oh, an early gun. Okay. And there's no one for me to shoot at, so. Oh, the old man. Oh, fucking hell. Wasted. Oh, but a small palm? I'm just gonna pick that up because it looks and sounds cool. Let's go chase down the naked old man. There you go, big level up. Strike range. Oh god damn! Through that ladder like it was like a knife. Oh wow, the Buddha move looks sick. And Buddha into statue, or statue into Buddha. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, cool. It's like a left-right hit. Let's try and get into a good camera angle. Yeah, that is a cool setup. This is why I like the yellow moveset. Let's boost XP, and then hopefully I can get a full set of moves earlier. It's a swallow. Oh, swallow, statue, but a palm. I'm saying words. Let's boost luck. If I can try and get rid of that blue move, that'd be good. Kind of sucks whenever you come near that, it just traps you in place. HP reserve. Double fist. And the yellow moves are so cool. Pick up regen. I don't need special move right now. Yeah, this yellow combo is pretty sick. Snake dash? Let's keep boosting XP. Oh, let's boost HP again. As I dodge some grenades. Snake dash. Oh, I apparently did a reshuffle somehow. I don't know why I pressed. It feels like they definitely speeded up the combos as well. It feels like it absolutely flies off now. Let's boost block chance. Yeah, I want to keep upgrading my moves if I'm not in super danger. Such a good punching sound. I feel like I'm going down. See if we can try and escape to get some HP. Yeah, or at least run away and build up my HP reserve. There's gotta be something around here. Boost my regen pretty high. It should be good. I just need to keep my distance. Well, keep my distance to a point. I still want to punch people in the face. So. We've got a good thing going here now. I just need to not mess it up. Back range. Cool, I've built some distance. Cheesing it a little bit. It just. Oh, this is a good time. Damn, that actually did me more damage than use. And I'm trying to desperately get out of being cornered. I could really do with a healing room. Food, yes. Alright, it's time to go back to kicking ass. Oh yeah, and then boost HP again. Nice. Let's boost luck. If I can get another food drop, that'd be really good. That was a bit of a mistake to try and remember that, but I did it. I got through. Ish. Oh, fuck. I might have pushed it too far. Let's boost block. Run away. Really pushing my luck. Yeah, see, that's the HP room. I've already spent it. Oh, and there's a police officer? That's a new one. Oh, grenades. It's just as well my regen is so high. Oh nice, and some HP. We can do this. Only another 10 minutes. Another 10 minutes of me mostly going, I need to heal, I'll run away. But yeah, my regen is pretty high now. Oh, there's a guy throwing TNT. Oh, HP room. Let's hang around here. We might actually be able to clear this level. Yeah, let's pick up this shotgun. Let's let the enemies gather, so this shotgun can make the most use. I'm doing pretty good now. Only took me all of stream. Just keep building block and dodge. The look paying off. Nice. Oh shit, 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 shit. Mistimed. I've actually upgraded my moves a fair bit. I'm surprised they've not gained the flame, which is when you power them up so much that they develop fire looks. Oh. Dude, nice. I did get a little bit reckless in there. Let's boost luck again. Wow. Full house. I should be able to make it to the boss. And now my moves have gained the flame. Man, the blue moves look so cool. I said blue moves and I'm using yellow. The blue and the yellow look cool. Look so cool. It definitely feels like the yellow gives you a lot of area of attack still. Double fist boost. Flame, nice. I actually have no clue what that police officer powers are. Let's boost regen one last time. Six minutes to the boss. Yeah, so if you look in the top right, you'll see that I have to survive in the level for a certain amount of time. And that's basically just what I'm trying to hit so I can clear this level. I think I played a lot of this level last stream, and it's been most of this stream, so it would be cool to clear it out. Yeah, and this is the... There's only one more level after this. You can tell that I saw the grenade coming, even though, but interpreted it was coming at me rather than at the ground. It would be cool if the soundtrack had a little bit more variety to it, but again, the game is super incredibly cheap, so. Let me grab a drink. Hold on, my voice is disappearing as you can hear. I'm still recovering from being sick. Let's boost pickup range. Yeah, I need more enemy stacks. Flame? No, not yet. There we go. Let's get them all into a door. Nice. Let's boost block. Oh, so the police officer gives people around him a speed boost? That hasn't been my experience with the police, but... Purple flame? Nah. Ooh, yes. Damn. Critted that girl into next week. Yeah, ideally I can get as much power out of my normal attacks. That'd be best for the boss. Damn, I decimated that group. Yeah, let's boost XP gained. We're near the end anyway, so level ups get a lot harder. Dodge. Yeah, the random projectile people are definitely primary targets. Fortunate, I couldn't make use of that with lots of enemies, but strike range. Cool, we're coming up to the boss now. Get another level up. Yeah, we should be able to. Let's boost regen one more time and then let's get some HP. Oh, nice food. Okay, cool. Oh, brick. Purple, purple, purple. No. Oh, so he doesn't really do a great deal then. Well, speaking of that. Yeah, so the bosses are pretty easy in this game. Go one more rotation. Let's see. I finally got. Yeah. Nice. I'm glad. I'm glad we. Oh no, Subway. That looks interesting. All movable environments now called slow. Sweet. Let's do some unlocking. Let's see. Yeah, we might as well boost the XP gained. And let's do it one more. I think that'll be good. Alright, my voice is now gone. I've been going for like 2.5 hours. Let me switch on over. Give me a second. Oh, I probably can't switch. I had a copyright issue with my background music when I'm home, so it's probably best I don't do that this time. Alright, that was fun. I will come back on Wednesday and hopefully clear the Subway level, and then I finish Karate Survivor. But yeah, thank you for coming along, everyone. I will see you on Wednesday. Don't forget to follow and all that good stuff. I will see you later. Bye, guys.